should you pull on Riko Kashimoto right shower banner? So for Riko Kashimoto, go. Pull Riko Kashimoto, no questions asked whether you're free to play, Dolphin, Whale, Leviathan. Pull for Riko Kashimoto for these reasons. Riko Kashimoto is a PAL card that gives you outing events. She, on the outing events, will give you energy, stamina, guts, and mood up. She is an excellent source of stamina and guts stat in the new Speed Wit meta in the Unity Cup. She synergizes very well with the Unity Cup mechanics, as in the Unity Cup, you will want to maximize your training rounds. Therefore, on rounds that you do not have good training, you'll be able to pass the round using Riko-chan instead of being forced to click on the rest button. Also, her events are intentionally designed to give you less energy than what Tazuna would normally give you. This is due to how in the Unity Cup, you're highly encouraged to bring Speed Wit meta. Your average energy level throughout the run will actually be much higher, so it will float around 50 to 70 energy, this area, instead of being like 45 to 55-ish in the URS scenario. So not getting that much energy is actually a buff. That's the idea of Riko-chan support card. Having mood ups and giving you energy is also like just a good, nice bonus to not have to click rest button anymore. And so we can just avoid say goodbye to night owls altogether. This support card is really solid and will be in your deck for the majority of the times in the Unity Cup, except for when you're training for Sprint Umas. Here is a direct comparison table between from like 0LB R card all the way until MLB SSR Riko. On the left is the support card stats, and on the right is how much stats you're gaining when you're stepping on other trainings. So you would see that from 0LP R card to MLB R card, you are getting an extra 5% training effect. The reason why you hear a lot of people say, yo, Riko-chan, you go for either MLB R card or you go for 1LB SSR is because you want the extra 5% training effect. That's pretty much it. It stacks up throughout the run. 5% is nothing to scoff at. From like 1LB SSR to 2LB SSR onwards, so 2LB SSR is actually going to give you an extra 5%. The idea is to go for 2LB Riko-chan, and that's about it. Yeah. Here's a direct comparison between MLB Riko and also MLB Tazuna. So Tazuna and Riko have at MLB like pretty much the same stats, except that Riko-chan has 10% raise bonus. Do note that, for example, cards like Nice Nature or like MLB Riko, they have these raise bonus, and in the Unity Cup scenario, raise bonus is actually quite significant, or like decently important, I'd say, because of how we now have limited chances or like limited openings of going to do extra races. And so everybody's not going to be doing like 3 to 4 extra races. 2 is like the max-ish. You could definitely do more, but like just the idea is that nobody is doing that many races anymore. Therefore, having that extra bit of race bonus is going to give you a little bit more advantage in terms of getting skill points, because that's your main source of skill point now. There's not much else to say about this. Tazuna gives you speed, which is a stat that we already have a surplus of in Unity Cup already, since we are bringing speed and Wit cards. Riko-chan helps you take care of your base level stamina requirements, so you have more openings to go for luxury stats such as power and wit. Unity Cup is a scenario where it teaches players to go for power and wit training, and so Riko-chan bridges the gap between, oh, I'm struggling to get stamina, and also I want to get more power. She's like the middle filler, which helps you just comfortably get enough stamina so you can do something else. As for her skills, she gives Ramp Up, Rushing Gale, and that's pretty much it. Her other skills, these ones, Sympathy is the Tazuna equivalent of like Tailhold High, in which you get on the second year at the start of second year. And then Lone Wolf and Maverick is when you intentionally fail or accidentally fail the Riko-chan outing event. So these two are not really skills that you will want to get. I wanted to talk about ramp up here, and then I'll talk about Rushing Gale later, right? The gold skill for ramp up, which is It's On, you can acquire in the scenario. So at the end of the scenario, if you have like S rank, if your team rank reaches S rank, you will acquire the ramp up gold skill, which is It's On. So this, when you're clicking top, when on the outing event, so like the first date with Riko-chan, you can click top to gamble for ramp up. You could gamble to get ramp up and a little bit extra energy and also 1 mood up. This event is kind of awkward as you're rolling a sort of 70-30 dice in which if you lose the gamble, your entire run is cooked because you will lose Riko Kashimoto forever. If you are really determined in like you want that extra 20-something energy every single run, you want to play high roll and you want that extra 20 energy, those extra few 10-20 skill points ish for the ramp up hint, you could go for it. However, I am going to recommend most of the players to mostly click middle. It's a gamble option, it's up to you to decide. If you're on a low roll, you can decide to go for top. If it's wraps, and it's just glue, right? It's up to you to decide, it's your decision. But yeah, mostly try to keep it consistent and like go for middle. That's the idea. As for the date events with Riko-chan, if you are curious about how much energy or how much stats you actually gain from the event, you can go to Game Torah and scroll down to this area. So scroll down to the events area. There should be a tab to adjust the levels of Riko-chan and you'll be able to see the corresponding stats for it. This is the stats for 2LB Riko-chan. I'm assuming 2LB here. So you'll see that you actually gain like, you know, energy, this 30-ish energy, you get like stamina guts. First event you get stamina, you get second event you get stamina guts, third event it's like energy, stamina guts, and if you click bottom you get skill points. And fourth event it's still stamina guts. There's a pattern here, right? This support card gives you a lot of stamina and guts. That's pretty much the entire idea of this support card, to spit out stamina and guts during her outing and let you click on speed with training. Her gold skill, so at her 5th event, she gives Rushing Gale. Rushing Gale is a terrible skill. Even after buff, Rushing Gale's duration is a little bit extended. It's still not really a good skill. So unless you're on a sprint race, I can get behind buying Rushing Gale for a little bit of gamba. Otherwise, please don't buy Rushing Gale. Rushing Gale is like the Iron Will of Unity Cup. If you are using the R card version, in the patch notes they did say that we are going to get all five outing events for like R card or PAL cards, and then the idea is that like straightaway acceleration is still a kind of dogshit skill, so you really don't need to care about it. That's the idea for Rushing Gale and straightaway acceleration. So Riko Kashimoto, go. Pull for it. Free to play, Dolphin, Whale, Leviathan, pull until you spark. This is a card that will be in your deck pretty much all the time. It's very comfortable to use. You will understand once you have your hands like on Riko-chan. You'll understand it. It's so much more different. It allows you to bring so much less stamina sparks. It helps you with managing your energy. It's just generally speaking, like overall, a very comfortable support card to use. For this 4 months, especially right after we get first anniversary update, this 4 months of Unity Cup is going to be a very unforgettable 4 months. I can already say that. I'm looking forward to these 4 months and how the meta will develop. I would rather commit a little bit more and enjoy my time during these 4 months than to wait until make a new track and suffer through Ogre Cup hell. We don't know whether Christmas Ogre is still going to be broken or if they are going to implement second anniversary patch in first anniversary, but regardless, live in the moment and enjoy this scenario first. The pull recommendation for Riko-chan is pull, everybody should pull. The normal ending for Riko-chan is to MLB either the R card or 1 LB SSR. 2 LB SSR is a good ending, it's already like complete. MLB SSR gives you a tiny bit more and lets you play and bring this card into make a new track. Personally, I will be pulling until 200 pulls. I will be instantly dropping 100 pulls plus the free 10 pulls on the first day and immediately going to do runs. And I'm just gonna let the free pulls trickle in. That's my target is going to be 2 LB SSR. So yeah, speaking of, I've heard people ask me, so Charles, will Tazuna still be used? And the answer is yes, but Tazuna from now on is going to only be a concentration bot. You don't take Tazuna for her stats, you don't take Tazuna for her outing, you take Tazuna for her concentration, and concentration only. If you are one of the people that are going for the tiny bit of extra consistency on frontrunners, so if you're greeting for concentration, you probably don't need this advice. You probably know what you're doing, and so I'm just gonna put this here. Most people don't need to use Tazuna ever again, but some select few people, some select few frontrunner players that are going for that super high roll or like very high win rate is going to use Tazuna in their main deck. However, yes, this is a very whaley deck because normal people, Tazuna is extremely luxury in this scenario, and no, just no. You're not spending all 10 outings. It's super hard. Yeah, that's about it. There's a lot more skills that we'll have to get. There's also like taking the lead. So I'm not sure how this deck is actually going to look, dude. I don't think Tazuna is that real anymore. But there's going to be some people that try to make it work. That's going to be all for Riko. On to Right Shower Power Card. So for Right Shower Power Card, these are her skills. She does have Swinging Maestro, which is very notable. And do note that for this scenario, you are going to be able to get cooldown. When you're at Junior late September, you'll be able to choose your team name. And so if you click Right Shower's team name blooms, you'll be able to get an extra gold recovery skill, which is cooldown by the end of the run if you win the Unity Cup. However, due to the first anniversary update, Non-Stop Girl, or like No Stopping Me, is giga buffed. And so for the majority of the players, a C tier skill like cooldown is no longer part of the consideration. So Right Shower actually got gutted heavily in the Unity Cup because of the Unity Cup half anniversary patch. Her other skills, I'll just quickly go over it. She has like deep breaths, she has straight descent, Highlander. These two skills in the new environment is actually going to be somewhat useful. However, it's 1 in 9 and she does have only level 1 hit. So here are her stats. She has hit level 1, she has hit occurrence rate 20. To be honest, this means that you're getting level 2 hints, level 4 hints, and then level 5. It's really not that significant. Right Shower is... Right Shower is alright, I guess. And as for her support card, like her training effect itself, it's relatively like mid. I would say it's quite lackluster because her friendship bonus is not strong enough. Her good rate is there, but there are way too many stat monsters in the power department. Therefore, her only redeeming factor, which is her having stamina bonus, kind of gets overshadowed sometimes. I'd say Rice Shower's value goes down significantly now. I'm not saying that she isn't usable, but with cards such as like Power El Conopasa, Power Vodka for skills, sure, you can still bring her in like medium team trials. But aside from medium team trials, I really don't see where you can use Rice Shower. Like even on long now, it's really hard to make use of the cooldown. Therefore, I don't think Rice Shower is going to be that worth it and not going to be that good for the new scenario. More testing needs to be done, but that's the idea. Her chain events, her first event is going to be like you have to click top if you really want Swinging Maestro, or else if you click bottom, you're just going to end the event chain outright and get 40 skill points plus Passing Pro. Her second event, bottom option gives energy. Her third event gives Swinging Maestro. That's pretty cool. Yes, they kind of tried to pretend like, oh, this is a card that will power creep Super Creek. However, it's not really the case. Like, power card Rice Shower is just really hard to use. Her random events, this particular event, a Page of Flower Shop Assistance, will give you 2 mood up levels. This is one thing that you might want to care. And then the other one gives you firm conditions. This is pretty cool as well. That's about it for her events. So, is she still worth chasing MLB? No. I think Riko-chan takes much more priority now. Since Guts get buffed, and the scenario skill, which is Team Carats getting No Stopping Me gets buffed, these two factors make the Rice Shower getting 2 gold recovery skills like useless. Now, Rice Shower only gives you 1 gold recovery skill, since No Stopping Me is a skill that you really, really want on long races. It performs well on long race. Therefore, it's just awkward. We're in an awkward position where Rice Shower can't be utilized to full, and if you can't utilize her to full, there's not really a point in going for MLB. And the worst part is that you have to go for MLB for the full training effect, or else at 3LB only, you're going to only get like 5%. No. In conclusion, Rice Shower Power Card is a victim of the November 11th balance patch. Cooldown, getting cooldown is now power crept. The power build is now in a weird spot because Guts is now kind of more important now again. You don't want to main that Guts cards. You don't want to main that Guts Sparks. You want to main that Power Sparks, bring a Stamina card, and increase both Stamina and Guts reliably, meanwhile using Power Sparks and Speed Training to increase Power reliably. Rice Shower Power Card, Rip Bozo. I have always been a power card hater. I'm the #1 power card hater in the server. Unfortunately, as much as I would love for Rice Shower to be good for once, unfortunately she's not good. You could aim for MLB if you don't have Super Creek and you have Kitasan Black MLB already and also can afford to swipe. However, I don't really see a use for Rice Shower anymore. I'm personally going to be sticking back to Super Creek. At worst, I bring Harora Guts. I'm not bringing Rice Shower Power. There's Stamina Sparks, there's Power Sparks, there's none of Guts Sparks. Sorry, there's just no room for Rice Shower Power to like do anything. That's it. Moving on to Machikane Fugitaru Full Armor. So this banner, Oshipo. Her unique skill, Bountiful Harvest, you have to be an overtake target for at least 2 seconds in the latter half, and your order rate has to be larger than equal to 40. So the effect is a classic 0.35 target speed for 5 seconds of base duration. She is cute. She is way better than her OG form, which has a very awkward unique and also skills, but she's alright. She's alright. At least she can run like everything. She has Dirt F, Sprint F. That's not really that bad, honestly. Like, she's a classic late surger. Her stat bonuses is Stamina, Guts, Wit. In this scenario, it's kind of like baiting you to pull for Right Shower, right? This is like Stam, Guts, Wit. If you pull Right Shower power card, it would fit nicely. However, it doesn't work like that very well. Her late surger doesn't even have excels on long, so it's just glue. As for her built-in skills, her innate skill, she has right-handed strong skill. Slick Surge is strong skill. Pressure, I think, gets buffed on 2nd anniversary. So currently in 1st anniversary patch, Pressure, when overtaking somebody, still does not have a 0.1 acceleration. Therefore, Pressure is alright. It's alright. In the future, when it gets the acceleration, it's going to be decent. But right now, if you overtake somebody on long instantly after you enter the late game, that means you still activate like a speed skill on the acceleration zone. Therefore, it is not good. Inside Scoop and Innate Experience is a very strong 3-second skill. It has very loose activation requirements, and it can be relied on. And that's about it. Like, she has Kyoto, she has Innate. It's pretty strong. It's alright. But honorable mention. In the future, you can pop off with Machikane Fukitaru full armor. This character, while you may look like, oh, she has kind of a glue kit, but it doesn't mean you can't go crazy with this character. I think this character, like, people have proven this character can go insane. If you really love Fukitaru, and if you really want her to do well, you could pull her. Like, of course, if it's your Oshi, go ahead, right? Without sabotaging your account, pull ahead, go ahead. In long CMs where lates actually get acceleration with losing yourself, like that skill name called losing yourself, this character can be played. It's kind of slept on. This character has potential. It can be super cracked. You just have to believe, and you have to love her enough to make her work. But she can work. So, in conclusion, Riko Kashimoto's value has gone up because of Stamina and Guts. Right Shower value has gone down because of Stamina and Guts. The Guts buff has changed the meta quite a bit. It's not that we now want to prioritize Guts, it's that we now want to, at the very least, get a tiny bit more. Guts is no longer useless, and it actually does something. So it's not a negative stat, it's okay neutral stat. Riko-chan will be your priority for sparking. You should aim for 2LB. 2LB is good ending. Or if you want to, like, normal ending is going to be like 1LB SSR or MLB R card. MLB R or 1LB SSR really doesn't matter. They're pretty much the equal. Right Shower at MLB adds decent value to your account, but it really isn't super strong. I won't personally go for Right Shower right now because of like the Guts update. Then again, you can still use her for team trials. As for your priority in terms of sparking, Riko-chan LBs is going to be having like higher priority than Right Shower LBs. Right Shower, it's MLB or nothing. Riko-chan, 1LB to 2LB is a jump, 2LB to MLB is a jump. It depends on your luck, it depends on your budget, but yeah, 2LB, MLB, it's really comfy. Yeah, I highly recommend it, right? It's decent. And Fuku, as always, is an Oshipu. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. Thank y'all for watching. make sure to join the Discord actually, because we will be going crazy in the chats for strategizing from like November 11th onwards. If you want head start on the Unity Cup, make sure to watch the Unity Cup hand-holding walkthrough. I explain how I play the Unity Cup, like actually just hand-holding you all the way through, and it's a really, really good video. So make sure to check it out. It gives you an edge over other people that doesn't watch it. I'm not forcing you, but like, it's pretty good. And I go through everything from deck building to actions in the careers and all that. This is Charles of Victoria Frontier. I'll see you on stream or tomorrow or in Discord or whatever. Yeah, goodbye. Thank you all for watching. That's it.